Waking up early to be successful. Everyone says it's a good habit. Wake up early, hustle, win. But wake up early, then what? No one really explains that part. So you just do it. You stack alarms every 5 minutes. Force yourself out of bed at 5 a.m. Try to study or work while your brain is still offline. Then you show up to the office like a zombie? Survive on high-dose caffeine just to function. Why suffer like this? Especially when you know you work better at night. Here's the truth most people skip. Your sleep schedule isn't about discipline, it's biology. Everyone has a chronotype, a natural rhythm that decides when your brain works best. Some people peak in the morning. Some feel sluggish all day and experience a burst of energy late at night. Some wake up at 4 a.m. feeling great. And some people make up only about 10% of the population. They are usually very intelligent, good at everything except sleeping. When you force yourself to live against that rhythm, you create something called social jet lag. It feels like you're always in the wrong time zone, tired, foggy, irritable, dependent on coffee. Some studies show that people in this state are more likely to experience weight gain, diabetes, high blood pressure, and heart disease. In fact, people perform best when they sleep, wake, and work in sync with their chronotype. An occasional shift is fine, but forcing a night owl into a 5 a.m. life? That's a nightmare. What chronotype are you? Please subscribe and leave a comment below. The mouthwash disaster. If your breath actually got worse over time, this might be why. Mouthwash promises to kill 99.9% of bacteria. Sounds amazing. Here's the problem. Your mouth isn't supposed to be sterile. It's home to over 700 types of bacteria. Most of them are good. They help protect your teeth, support digestion, and keep bad breath in check. Think of your mouth like a city. Mostly good citizens, a few troublemakers. Then you flood it with mouthwash and wipe out everyone. When you keep destroying that ecosystem, the bad bacteria come back faster, stronger, with nothing left to hold them back. That's why breath can get worse over time. Not better, it gets deeper. Some good oral bacteria help turn nitrates from food into nitric oxide. It supports healthy blood flow and helps regulate blood pressure. Kill them long enough, and you quietly mess with your own system. Strong mouthwash also dries your mouth out. Less saliva means higher risk of cavities and gum disease. Saliva is your mouth's real defense. Mouthwash doesn't replace brushing. That burning, minty feeling isn't clean. It's collateral damage. The Smoothie Trap. Drinking healthy smoothies every morning. You think you're doing everything right? Clean ingredients, fresh fruit, a fast, convenient breakfast. It feels like discipline. Like you're finally that person who has their life together. But then, by 10 or 11 a.m., you crash. Suddenly you're tired, hungry again, irritable for no clear reason, reaching for snacks even though you just ate. Here's why. Most morning smoothies are sugar bombs, even when the sugar comes from natural fruit. You drink it on an empty stomach, your blood sugar shoots up, your energy feels amazing for a moment. Then it drops hard. Do this every morning and your body learns the pattern. Spike, crash, crave, repeat. Over time, insulin works harder than it should. Focus gets worse, energy feels unstable, and you start blaming sleep, stress, or motivation. The cozy bedroom. Sleeping in a too warm bedroom. It feels cozy, soft blankets, warm air, like your bed is giving you a hug all night. Sounds perfect, until your body disagrees. Here's the problem. To fall into deep, restorative sleep, your core body temperature needs to drop. That temperature drop is the signal that tells your brain, power down, start repairs. When your room is too warm, that signal never fully happens. Your body spends the entire night trying to cool itself, like sleeping in a low-grade sauna. The result? You don't just fall asleep slower, you get less deep sleep, less REM. The stages that matter most for memory, emotional regulation, and mental clarity shrink. You wake up groggy, irritable, like you slept for 8 hours but somehow didn't rest. That's why warm sleepers often feel tired for no reason. It's not stress. Your brain never fully shut down to recharge. Cozy doesn't equal restorative. Sometimes the best sleep starts a little cooler than comfort. Washing your hair every day. It feels clean, refreshing, like you're doing basic self-care right. But this habit quietly works against you. Your scalp produces natural oil for a reason. It protects your hair, keeps it flexible, balanced. When you wash every single day, especially with harsh, sulfate-heavy shampoos, you strip that oil away. Your scalp panics. It produces even more oil to compensate. Your hair gets greasy faster, so you wash again, and the cycle locks in. Over time, the damage adds up. Your scalp dries out, itches, flakes, hair strands lose moisture and snap more easily. If your hair is dyed, color fades faster, shine disappears. What feels extra clean is often your hair asking for mercy. Most people don't need daily washes. 2 to 3 times a week is enough for healthy balance. That squeaky clean feeling? That's not freshness. That's your scalp missing its natural defense, waiting for the perfect plan. You tell yourself you're being responsible, strategic, productive. You spend days tweaking timelines, color-coding tasks, optimizing every detail. It feels like progress, but nothing actually moves. This is called analysis paralysis. Every time you finish a plan, your brain gets a hit of dopamine. It feels like you accomplished something, like you're closer. But all you really did was design the map. You never started the journey. Meanwhile, someone else takes a messy, imperfect plan and begins. They learn by doing, adjust as they go. Build momentum while you're still optimizing fonts and bullet points. A perfect plan feels safe. Action feels risky. But progress doesn't come from thinking longer, it comes from starting sooner. Fun fact, one imperfect step beats 10 perfect plans sitting untouched on your laptop. Always being available. You reply fast. Emails, Slack, texts, DMs. You think it makes you reliable, professional, on top of things. It doesn't. Instant replies train your brain to stay on edge. Always listening, always waiting, never fully off. Every notification becomes a tiny interruption, not loud enough to panic you, just constant enough to keep your nervous system tense, so your focus never settles. Deep work gets harder. Even when nothing is happening, part of your brain is still on standby. What if something comes in? That's not productivity. That's low-grade stress on loop. Over time, you stop controlling your attention. Other people do. Your day gets chopped into fragments. Thinking feels shallow. Exhaustion shows up without a clear reason. Being responsive isn't the same as being effective. And being available 24/7 doesn't make you professional. It makes your brain permanently on call. In conclusion, good habits don't always help. Sometimes they quietly hold you back. If one of these hit a little too close to home, please like the video and subscribe. Drop a comment. What good habit are you rethinking right now?